The homestead exemption is a legal provision that helps homeowners reduce their property taxes by lowering the taxable value of their home. It can also protect the equity in a home in the event of bankruptcy or a forced sale, making it an essential tool for homeowners. The exemption is designed to support individuals by providing tax relief and encouraging homeownership. Homestead exemptions vary widely across the United States in terms of who qualifies, how much of the property's value is exempt, and the requirements to obtain the exemption. Overview of the homestead exemption. The homestead exemption is typically applied to an individual's primary residence, meaning it cannot be used for second homes or rental properties. It is particularly beneficial for retirees, disabled individuals, and veterans, as it can significantly reduce property tax burdens, which can be a substantial financial weight. Some states apply the exemption automatically, while in others, homeowners must apply through their local county tax office. Requirements and benefits can vary, but generally, once a homestead exemption is granted, it remains in effect as long as the homeowner continues to occupy the residence. Homestead exemptions generally fall into two main categories. 1. Property tax exemption reduces the taxable value of the home, thus lowering the property tax bill. 2. Asset protection shields a certain portion of the home's equity from creditors in the event of bankruptcy or legal claims. Benefits of homestead exemption. Homestead exemptions provide three primary benefits. 1. Property tax relief. By reducing the taxable value of the property, the amount of property tax a homeowner is responsible for is lowered. For example, if a home is valued at $250,000 and a state provides a homestead exemption of $50,000, then the homeowner would only pay property taxes on $200,000. 2. Protection from creditors. In some states, the homestead exemption shields a portion of the home's equity from creditors in cases of bankruptcy or lawsuits. This can protect families from losing their homes due to financial hardship. 3. Encouragement of homeownership. By making homeownership more affordable, particularly for lower-income families, seniors, and veterans, the homestead exemption encourages more people to purchase and retain homes, contributing to stable, thriving communities. Eligibility requirements. Eligibility for a homestead exemption typically involves meeting the following criteria. Primary residence. The property must be the homeowner's primary residence, not a second home or investment property. Ownership. The applicant must be the owner of the property. Residency. The homeowner must have lived in the home for a certain period, varies by state. Special circumstances. Additional exemptions may be available for senior citizens, veterans, and disabled individuals. How the homestead exemption works in practice. To illustrate how the homestead exemption works in practice, consider a homeowner in Florida. Florida offers one of the most generous homestead exemptions in the U.S. It provides an exemption of up to $50,000 for property taxes and unlimited protection from creditors in certain cases. This means that a homeowner whose home is valued at $300,000 would only be taxed on $250,000, thanks to the $50,000 exemption. In addition to property tax relief, Florida's homestead exemption protects a home's equity in bankruptcy or lawsuits, so creditors cannot force the sale of a home to satisfy debts, with some exceptions like tax or mortgage liens. This exemption, however, only applies to a homeowner's primary residence. Additional homestead exemptions. In many states, additional exemptions are available to specific groups. Senior citizens. Many states offer enhanced homestead exemptions for seniors, often doubling or tripling the amount of the general exemption. Disabled homeowners. Additional exemptions or higher limits are often available for disabled individuals to ease their financial burden. Veterans. In states like Texas and Florida, veterans, particularly those with disabilities, may qualify for 100% property tax exemptions. How to apply for a homestead exemption. The process for applying for a homestead exemption varies by state, but generally follows these steps. 1. Obtain the application. Visit your local tax office or download the form from the state or county's tax assessor's website. 2. Submit necessary documentation. Provide proof of residency, ownership, and any additional documents if you're applying for special exemptions, senior, veteran, etc. 3. File by the deadline. Deadlines for applying for homestead exemptions vary by state, but many are due between January and March each year. Once approved, the homestead exemption typically remains in effect as long as the homeowner continues to occupy the property as their primary residence. The homestead exemption provides crucial financial protection for homeowners by reducing property taxes and shielding home equity from creditors. While the amount and eligibility requirements vary widely by state, the exemption serves as an important tool in making home ownership more affordable and stable. Homeowners should consult their local tax office or an attorney to understand the specific benefits and application process in their state. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.